Hello, I'm Katie and welcome to this beginner yoga routine. In this practice, we will be melting tight back muscles with some long hold yoga poses. So if you're here for a nice deep back stretch, this routine will be perfect since we'll be holding the poses for 2 minutes each. This will also help you to increase your back flexibility, and I'll keep things nice and quiet and chill so you can just relax and unwind. This is a beginner-friendly practice, but as always, it can be handy to have cushions or yoga blocks nearby. And if at the end of this practice you have enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. It helps me to know what videos to record next. And it also helps YouTube to show my videos to more people, which I would really appreciate. So let's get started melting those tight back muscles. We will be beginning sitting on the mat. So you can come to sit whatever way works best for you. You can sit on a cushion or a yoga block here if you need to. And once you're ready, then take some time to lengthen your spine just as much as you can. Don't worry too much. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. And loosen up your jaw. You have arrived to your yoga mat, so the hardest part is over. And really there's not much more required of you. All you have to do here is be. You might start to bring some awareness into your breath and just notice your breath as it comes into your body, and then notice your breath as it goes out of your body. Each inhale brings in more relaxation, and each exhale gets rid of stress and tension. Over the next few moments, you might encourage your breath to go a little bit deeper if that feels good. Maybe you can find little parts of your body that are holding on to tension that you can now soften up. Take one more big breath in. With your exhale, you can gently open up your eyes again. Now we'll move into child's pose. So you can have your knees together for this one, if that feels okay for you. That's going to help you to stretch your back even more. Your big toes stay together, and if you need to, you can sit on a yoga block or a cushion here to make this a little bit easier. Then we're going to bring our forehead down towards the mat. If it doesn't make it, that's okay. Again, yoga block or cushion, or you can stack your hands on top of each other to make a platform. If you're not using your hands, they can come back to rest palms up next to your feet. Wiggle and adjust as much as you need to until you find something that works for you. And now try come back to those peaceful moments that you experienced a few minutes ago sitting on the mat. Even though your breath feels different in your body now, keep encouraging it to go deep. And in these moments, train your mind not to get engaged in thoughts that really don't serve you right now. Instead, train it to focus on your breath and on the sensations you feel in your body. Before we move out of the pose, you might take a few more deep breaths. Can also feel nice to roll your shoulder against not your shoulder, roll your forehead against the mat by gently rocking your head from side to side. When you're ready to come out of child's pose, you can use an inhale to slowly push yourself away from the mat. And then you can come to sit with your legs long in front of you, coming into head to knee pose. So we will be sitting on the mat. It will be easier if you sit on a yoga block or cushion, so feel free to sit up on it if you want to. And then you can bring the sole of your left foot up into your right thigh. And you can support this knee with yoga blocks or cushions if needed. Then with an inhale, reach your hands up to lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold over this right leg, just dropping your hands down wherever they land. Don't worry too much about it. And then encourage your nose to come down towards your right knee. So you might start to feel that stretch all through the left side of your lower back. Breathe into whatever tightness you feel and use your exhale to get it out of your body. We'll hold here for 2 minutes in total. So just keep encouraging your mind to stay with your body. And even though we're focused on the lower back here, don't neglect softening your shoulders, your jaw, your face. If your body has opened up a little bit more, maybe your next few exhales will help you to get your nose closer to your knee. But if not, that's okay, don't worry. Now let's inhale to push ourselves slowly away from the mat, coming back to that straight spine. Switch legs now, so your right foot comes in to your left thigh. Inhale to reach the hands up. Exhale, fold over the left leg, maybe dropping nose towards the left knee. We're starting from the beginning again, so you have to patiently wait until this side of your body opens up, and then maybe you can start to drop your nose. Taking your last breath here. When you're ready, hands can come to the mat to push the floor away from you. Both legs can come out long now and you can shake them off if you need to. And then we'll transition into a wide leg forward fold. So you can stay sitting as you are, still on that block or cushion, and bring your feet out as wide as you comfortably can. So don't worry about how it looks, just focus on how it feels. It doesn't matter how far over we can get the feet. If your hamstrings are really tight, you can keep a bend in your knees. You can even have the soles of your feet on the floor or on the mat. So from here, we're inhaling to lengthen, and then as we exhale, we're just folding forward, walking the hands away from us and dropping the nose towards the mat. And we'll be holding here for 2 minutes. So an option, if you do have yoga blocks, is to make a little castle with them. And then you'd be able to rest your forehead onto your blocks. But you can choose your own adventure, do what works for you. And when you're settled, just let gravity gently press you down so you can stretch all through your back. Loosen your jaw, relax your shoulders. Find something that feels really good in this moment and keep sending your breath to that. Before we move on, bring some awareness back to your breath, back to your body. Anchor in those feelings. Now start to push yourself slowly back up. You can bring your feet back beside each other and we'll do some windshield wipers. So you can lean back on your hands, have your feet hip width distance apart. Exhale to drop the knees to one side. Inhale to pick them up and exhale to drop to the opposite side. And it might feel good just to pause in one point. Feel free to do that. It can be nice to open up through the sides of the hips and the lower back. And now when you're ready, we will make our way into downward dog. So you can swing those feet back behind you. Have your hands shoulder width distance apart with your fingers spread nice and wide. Curl your toes and drag your hips up and back. So we'll take our time here. You might start by paddling your feet. Often tight leg muscles can transport up into a tight back as well. So just stretching out your hamstrings like this can be really beneficial for your back muscles. Also swaying your hips from side to side can feel good. Do whatever you need to do. breathe deeply into every sensation you feel. And close the door on any thoughts that are coming into this moment. Just stay with your downward dog as best you can. Now we'll get a nice deep back stretch here by keeping our feet hip-width distance apart, bending the knees, pointing the tailbone up, and then dragging the hips up and back. Release your head towards your mat so your ears are in line with your biceps, maybe, and push yourself away from your hands. Relax your neck muscles. Loosen up your jaw. And if this is hard on your shoulders, you can start to rotate your upper arm muscles into the center, so they're more engaged and you're using them a little bit more for support. Take a few big breaths here, stretching out your back. With an exhale, drop both knees back down to the mat. And we'll make our way now to lie on the back of the body. So you can take your time getting there. Slowly rolling down. And once you're there, you can come to rest for a moment in Savasana pose. Palms facing up. Arms and legs wide apart, relaxing the entire body. We'll end our practice with a supine twist. So you can bring the sole of your right foot onto your left thigh, hold the knee with your left hand and reach your right arm up. Stack the hips on top of each other so you can bring your knee over to the left, release your right arm back down to the right, keeping it at a 90-degree angle to your body. Make sure both of your shoulders stay on the mat here, so only twist as far as you can keep that right shoulder grounded. And you can look up, or for a deeper stretch, look over to your right hand. Now noticing what new sensations this pose is bringing to your experience. Using your breath to loosen up tension, and then your exhale carries it out of your body. When you're ready, you can start to come out of the pose, slowly bringing yourself back to center. right foot goes to the bottom of the mat. Take a second or two in Savasana pose, noticing a difference between the two sides of your body. And now we'll go to the other side, bringing your left foot onto your right thigh. Right hand holds your knee, left arm reaches up. Stacking your hips to bring your knee over to the right. Release your left hand back to the left. Shoulders stay grounded. You can look up or look to your left hand. Now for your final pose of this practice, just let gravity and your breath do the work. If your body is starting to open up, you can use each exhale to maybe twist a little deeper. Take one more big breath in. Super long breath out. And then you can start to unravel the pose, coming back to lie on your back. Now, before we come into our Savasana relaxation, you might need to get rid of tension from your hips or your lower back. So you could do some windshield wipers again, or you could bring your knees up to your chest to give yourself a hug. And if you are hugging yourself here, really thank yourself for showing up and for doing this practice. And it might seem easy, but it really takes a lot to come here and to do this. And today you did it, so well done. When you are satisfied that the tension's gone from your back and your hips, you can come back into Savasana pose. Palms facing up, arms and legs taking up as much space as they need. We'll stay here for 2 minutes, and I know it's tempting to just end your practice here, but it's not often that we get to just lie on the floor and relax. And this is where your body can really soak up the benefits of all that you've done. Scan through your body and make sure you're not holding on to anything. Relaxing your jaw, your shoulders, your hips, your quad muscles, your feet. Let gravity into your body and just be here for the next few moments. You're welcome to stay here for longer if you need to. But if you are ready to come out of the pose, you can make some little movements. And then you can bring yourself back up into a seat, moving nice and slowly. We'll end our practice as we started, in your most comfortable seat, eyes closed or gaze relaxed, spine a little bit taller if you can. Take a big breath in through your nostrils. Open your mouth, exhale, blowing out any cobwebs from your back. And repeat this breath a few more times. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe so we can practice again together in the future. And there are more practices just like this, all grouped together in this playlist, which is also linked in the description of the video as well. So until next time, take care and goodbye. If you feel good after doing this video, imagine how good you'll feel after a traditional full-length yoga practice. If you want to dive deeper into yoga and go beyond just the pre-recorded videos with more breathing exercises to relax, meditation to quiet your thoughts, yoga philosophy so you can take yoga off of the mat, even more yoga poses so you can advance your practice, and a full 10-minute Savasana for deep relaxation, you will love my YouTube membership. Every week here on the channel, I go live for a full 70-minute yoga studio style class. It's for members only, and it's just like going to a yoga studio, except you don't even have to put on shoes. I'm always available inside the membership if you have any questions or queries, or if there's anything I can help you out with your yoga practice. So if you're ready to take your practice to the next level and feel amazing every week, click the join button below this video and I'll see you soon.